You're listening to the GoCast Network.
Well, we're live.
Oh,
yeah. All right.
All right.
That's who that is right there. I'm Diana. We're Balancing Act. I'm going to start.
I've been meaning to tell you, stop the voice, please.
We are live from Universal Studios, California.
We're getting a phone call.
From the GoCast Network.
Should we answer?
Well, we just got here.
Okay. Maybe it's a fan. Oh, they hung up. They
We
hung
never
up.
get calls.
Sorry, we missed you. Oh,
Sorry.
you're live on Balancing Act.
Really? It's good talking.
You're not live on Balancing Act.
All right. Perfect. Anyway.
Thanks for
let's
calling.
That was our big break
Let's
right
start
there.
the show.
That was
Please
it.
follow us on iTunes at Balancing Act Pod.
Twitter.
Twitter. What did I say?
Guys, let's start first by
no.
saying we attended the LA Comedy Shorts Festival this weekend. It was from, as you know, because they were here last week, Gary and Jeannie. And as I've always said, they throw a great party, and we were all there. So
Partying
all weekend.
all weekend.
And weekend started on Thursday. So
Yeah.
And there was an awards assembly last night, and so we're all kind
Awards
of
assembly?
we're kind of all we're kind of all like yeah, we're here.
That
We're ready.
mangria they gave us to start off the night just flowed into
was
other drinks.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. So,
Absolutely.
real quick, I definitely want to thank. We were. I just want to show you, we were pressed this weekend.
Yes, we were.
So, big shout out to the Lippin Group, Elizabeth Wolf, who help make that happen, and to Ida and Michael. Everyone was so helpful, and I'm glad that we got that awesome experience.
Yes,
Yes.
and a big thank you to all of the people at the LA Comedy Shorts. They were so incredible. Gary Anthony Williams, Jeannie Rochard, Ryan Higman, and Kelly Frazier.
Frazier, same spelling as my name. Loved her.
Also,
She's so cool.
Gary's
Loved it.
assistant, Corey, was
Yes.
great. Everybody was such a help. It was incredible.
It was
So,
awesome.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
We have a great show today. We have Ryan Seaton from All Right, who you just heard a little bit of.
And therell be more on during the show.
Yes.
And then we're going to have the Old Money Boys, who were winners last night, who is Steven Cedars, Benji Kleiman, and Scott Yacyshyn. Ooh, it's a mouthful.
It's awesome. So they won for a film, the Shorty Shorts. It was called Don't Walk, so we'll definitely be talking
Absolutely
more about
hilarious.
that.
It was so fun.
So much fun. And they're funny, but I won't give that away yet.
But say,
Yes.
hey, since we got distracted, who is everybody in this
Yeah.
room?
Oh,
exactly.
Hello.
we're telling everybody
Oh,
else
we
who's coming
should.
on the show. I'm
Yes.
Natalie Lipka.
I'm Wayne Frazier.
I'm Brandon West.
And like I said, I'm Diana Domino.
And she's got up.
Killing me.
Hey, listen, I got a couple of shout outs, guys. We had some losses this week in Hollywood and in the Hollywood world,
For real.
and also overseas. Our British
Yeah.
compadres, I guess would be.
Yeah. That's a word.
Iron Lady Margaret Thatcher passed today, this morning. So rest in soul. Annette Funicello, Musketeer.
Yeah.
She passed this morning, and of course, the amazing critic Roger Ebert passed over the weekend. So, shout out to them and their families. We wish you guys do amazing stuff in the entertainment world and
Yeah,
also
yeah, absolutely.
in the world of Britain. So
In the world
of
Britain.
Britain, yes.
Anywho.
Wayne will be speaking at Margaret.
I will be speaking in the world of Britain. It's
They actually called him this morning to do that little speech there.
Margaret Thatcher. You're
No,
wonderful.
that
We
is
love you, though.
not.
I know.
No.
No.
Okay, so we will not be talking about Game of Thrones today. So
No.
because nobody
you.
got a chance to watch it yet. So.
Thank you.
Yes, we're
Or ever.
Hey,
very behind. on
tweetalers, keep your mouths shut.
Yeah.
Don't tell me anything.
no spoilers for us on
Yeah.
that one.
I'm just
Some-
not going to look on social media at all.
Yeah.
Until
Ever
I'm-
again.
There's too many finalities that are happening right now.
Finalities.
Yeah, what is that?
It's a fatality finale. Fatality finale. Tweet that.
Also, real quick, wanted to say that we're sponsored by Actors Access, so wanted to give a shout out
Yes.
to them. Tune in for
Absolutely.
the commercials later.
We love them.
We
If
love
you
them.
don't know who they are, you are way behind the times.
You should go to actorsaccess.com and
Yes.
find
Yeah.
out, because it is so important to be on their website as an actor in this industry.
Yeah, they give you the latest updates on auditions, and you can also go through the
Or if
show
you're putting on
facts
a
and
project.
breakdowns.
Yeah, so you can
It's
get
pretty
actors
easy to
and
put stuff up.
Absolutely
so.
amazing. They are incredible and
I'm on it.
good times.
Are you on it?
I'm on it. I'm absolutely on it.
I'm on it.
I'm
Yes.
on it.
Yes.
Yes.
Just yes.
Yes.
So
All right,
what else is happening
yeah.
besides the shorts there?
Yes, which we definitely will get into, but
Yeah.
I think Brandon had something he wanted to chat about, some
Yeah,
kind of
what is
TV
this
show.
show?
What's happening?
Well, no. Well, it's actually because nobody actually watches Shameless in this group here.
Debbie does.
Except Deb. Deb knows.
Thank God.
Deb
That's
knows.
why we brought her in.
Deb
Yes.
knows about Shameless. Well, it's an excellent show. But they're on their I think they're on their third season. They're on their third season. The American version is on their third season, but the British version is on its 10th, maybe.
Really?
It started out in
I
2000.
didn't even know there was a British version.
Yeah, see, this
yeah.
is what a lot of people don't know, that
Yeah.
there was a British version. And it started in 2002, I believe. And they'll...
that's what's amazing is usually, like, if they start an American version, the other version has ended already.
but it's not. It's still going.
not.
We're
They're
getting a
both on.
lot of shows from Britain right now.
This is
We're
the...
stealing everything.
We are absolutely 100% stealing
House
their
of
shows.
Cards on Netflix is a series that
Oh.
was based off of a British movie.
This is what I wanted to bring up. I was like, okay, I finished watching the last episode of Shameless. So I was like, I'm going to check out the British version.
Right.
Just to see. 2002, it is word for word the same.
Wow.
The characters are the same. Their caricatures are the same.
Wow.
And we literally, even our American characters look like their characters.
Really?
100%. And then who plays who's the main
if you
character?
lean in like
William
this
H.
and cover
Macy?
me up, I will crush
William
you.
H. Macy. William H. Macy. Well, I'm talking. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have
Giant hands and your
I'm sorry. I have to
fat
pay
head.
attention. Pay attention to Diana when I'm talking
No, but
about the show. I'm trying to talk to Deb, but it's all
You know
about
what
Diana
that
right
is? That's a balancing act.
now. Yeah, that's about it. Because I was asking William H. Macy, Deb. Thank
Yeah.
you.
But you're waving your hands in front of me.
That has nothing to do
You're
with the show.
going crazy.
No,
No, but he's an excellent actor. But it's mannerisms, everything to a T.
scripts are the
Crazy.
same.
Absolutely the same.
Wow. So they just
Absolutely.
absolutely took it and just went.
Just went-
Let's do the American version.
Yep. Just did
Now
the-
they do that to us too, though, because I know Friends is now overseas as under a different name, or it was.
Really?
Yeah, and there's
Oh, well, that's fair.
there's
so we
some
just
other shows that
like
swap
trade.
out, and they do whole new cast and they change the name and they
It's
do that.
probably
So
like-
Well, this is the same name.
It just seems weird
Oh, is
when
it?
they're
Yeah.
on. There just seems weird when they're on at this they're
Same
still
time.
airing.
right.
Yeah.
You can see what's going to happen in Shameless then.
Yeah. If you
Now.
watch
Oh
the
no.
British
Well, what
version.
about The Office? The Office was
That's what
done.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Was it
Well,
done
no,
before The Office
Rick,
here
Rick
started?
Gervais.
or-
Rick Gervais is notorious for doing a show for about a season or 2 seasons, and then he wraps it up. He just likes to
Oh.
do that little block. So his was finished, and then of
Okay.
cour's Steve Carell.
But were
those
they
guys
the
took
same
over.
characters?
For the most part, yes.
But I don't
For
think
the most part.
I don't think the dialogue was the same.
The dialogue was
No, it
not.
was different,
It was
yeah.
different.
But what
Definitely different.
What's weird is the dialogue in Shameless is the same.
that's-
But it happened 2002. That's what's crazy.
Oh.
The
So is
first
it
season,
relevant? Like-
no, it's very much relevant. It's very much relevant. It's about they're about 2 brothers. One of them's gay. Comes out to the younger brother or the older brother, and they're about 15, 16, but still relevant to this day. Like, it's so strange. So it makes me think: are they ahead of their time? The way they write, and there's a lot of nudity in it.
yeah, yeah.
There's nudity in it, and there's a lot of nudity in it, and in Britain, it was a public show, wasn't it? It's not cable. I don't even think they have cable over there.
Yeah.
Oh.
That sounds to me
Oh.
like brilliant writing. If you
Oh,
can
yeah.
sustain
Yeah.
from 10 years ago in the same dialogue, the show will last forever in
Yeah.
Yeah,
syndication.
yeah.
It's those shows that, all of a sudden they're very topical that, well, I saw it, it's done. You know?
Yeah.
So that's pretty amazing that they...
It's that. Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. The writing on
That's
it.
crazy to me.
It's the
It is
exact
crazy.
same. You go even the start. It goes even the beginning of the how they introduce the show. Like you don't even know what's going on. Like the intro is the same.
That's crazy.
The intro is the same. Like even the monologues
I
are
wonder
the
if there are
same.
any other shows like that we just don't
Exactly.
know about.
That's what I thought.
If anyone knows of any other
Yeah.
shows, you should tweet us at Balancing Act Pod.
Or call us at 1-818-850-7746.
But let's talk about something that is not being repeated, and that
Yes.
would be these shorts at the LA Comedy Shorts Festival.
Yes.
All
Right.
new.
Well, we hope they get
content.
repeated because they were
Well,
good
repeat
stuff.
it, but but
yeah.
you know, hopefully they'll take that and they will put that into a show. But this stuff is new, and you know, there were a lot of great films that we saw. We actually met a guy named David Leclerc. He's a Belgian filmmaker, and this was his first time in the States. He submitted to the festival. It was Happy Birthday, Mr. Zombie, and we actually had a chance to interview him. So that interview, we have a bunch of interviews and people that we spoke to that we will be putting out through the week, and be sending the links.
We're
through
actually
Twitter.
going to open up our own YouTube channel here for Balancing Act and start putting some of that out there. Because we have some other, we have interviewed, I can't think of his name. Oh, my God.
Barry Katz?
Barry Katz.
Oh,
and we
yeah.
got
I was thinking about the
extremely
festival.
long interview. I was going, why can't I think of
confused.
it? I told you, man. It's like little sleep this weekend, but fun.
Yeah.
But-
This just shows how much fun we had at this festival. And you
Yeah.
should go because you're like this the next day.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was
Awesome.
unbelievable.
It was
we
no
met
sleep
so
all
many,
weekend.
so many amazing people, both behind the scenes and people who were in the shorts and people in the industry.
Yeah.
that-
Yeah.
I mean, everyone should go. Actors, writers, directors, producers. Everyone should go to this festival and check it out. You learn so much. We went to, they had a panel on Friday that was so informational. I left with my head feeling like it was going to explode. And of course, now I can't even remember what it was called.
Oh,
See, it is
new
all
media.
purpose.
No, it's totally us.
making new media work for you.
Oh,
I
she
think.
doesn't even have that was perfect. This is why we work together. And we met Tom Hoffman, who is the development new media at Fremantle. He's the director of that. We met MJ Offen from Jash. Like, they were just...
I mean, these people do things that I couldn't if I tried my hardest, because it's you really have to have this skill to, like, they deal with mostly with, like, online shorts and websites, that they have their stuff on, and
and actually talked about the YouTube channel and what to do as far as being able to make the YouTube channel work for you and
make
to get
money.
the hits
you
and
know,
make the
getting
money.
the
And
million hits and the advertisement that follows. It was very informative. Those guys are fantastic.
yeah, it was
So good
awesome.
Shout out to them. But the panels were.
oh my god, unbelievable.
The one, my favorite, of course, was famous people talking about shit, and that
Yes.
panel was so funny.
And Sherry O'Terry was there, and we had an opportunity to have a little interview with her. Spoiler alert, so that will be coming out. I was like in awe because I realized that I loved her. I wanted to meet her, and I was like, that's when I started watching SNL. Was when she was on there and she was doing the Spartans and Will Ferrell, and we used to like. That was a dream for me, honestly. To meet her.
Check out this panel. It was Paul Rodriguez, hilarious. Wendy McClendon Covey, of course, from Reno 911 and Bridesmaids. Yeah. John DiMaggio, Futurama, does the voiceover Futurama and Adventure Time. Billy Gardell from Mike and Molly was there. He was freaking hilarious. He just doesn't stop.
Was awesome.
His stories were.
He was
But we talked to him, and we'll have him as a guest. Hopefully, come up soon. They're going to do a couple more shoots on the show, so we got some amazing guests coming up that these guys talked to us about. But that was a funny, great.
That
panel.
was really fun.
No, we're just talking shit.
And then also they did a comedy writing panel yesterday that I was sad that everyone couldn't come because
missed that one.
Jim Rash was there, the Oscar winner of The Descendants and from Community. And it was such an interesting panel because it was all about writing, but they had 3 writers on there who, 2 of them, Jim as well as Andrea Savage, who they are both writers and actors. So they're doing both, but then they also had a manager on the panel who represents the people that are acting and writing their own things. And then his name is, let's see here. Well, Ryan Saul was a literary agent that was there. And then also Jordan Tilzer. And it was such an interesting, and I can't, Rich Tallarico.
Yeah.
So and he had a whole with the way he was talking on there, coming from a writer standpoint, and the agent and them talking about things together because they're on. You work together, but it's a different take on the business.
Right, exactly.
So,
well, I thought they did a really good job of in the panels in general having people that were all relevant to the panel, but were had different views on things. So you kind of are hearing about it, like the new media one. You're gonna have to remind me his name because I think he works for RPM. Or
oh, right. That's the one who was talking about the YouTube stuff.
Yeah, what's his name?
Glasgow Phillips.
Yeah. He comes at that kind of on the opposite end where you come to him and he kind of helps you with these new media type things, whereas the rest of the panel were involved in getting the projects online and doing that kind of thing. Yeah. So, definitely, they definitely did a really good job of.
And what was the first panel?
The Wheelers
comedy
and Dealers
comedy production, and we met Carl Jones, the producer of the Boondocks and Black Dynamite. He was awesome, and who else was there? Allison Kingsley.
Oh, and then
Brown Johnson from Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
is that what that face was?
I was gonna say, because that was funny too. Because everybody else is kind of in comedy stuff, and like Comedy Central or on network TV, and she's in Nickelodeon, and someone said something about fupa, and she was like during the panel, she was like, "What's a fupa?" And they were like, "We'll tell you later." Like fat upper, and
I was like, "Tell me."
So
when we met Carl Jones, I asked him.
Yeah.
She was like, "I don't know what a fupa is either." Oh my God!
It was like, "We'll tell you later." Just,
I wanted to hear it from
you. She was so funny. They gave us a lot of in that. Going back to that one panel, go to the YouTube there, and you can check out or even just websites, Screen Junkies and Reddit.com.
Oh, and I got to see some of those shorts,
VPM.
because each film segment was sponsored by different people, and so we got to see some of the sketches. They were really great. We do have to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have Ryan Seaton from All Right in the studios.
So say all right.
You're
Bouncing
listening to the GoCast Network.
How you doing? We're the Farley Brothers.
I'm John Farley.
I'm Kevin Farley.
And I'm Carissa Costa.
And we're Farley Brothers Radio.
Tuesdays at noon Pacific Standard Time.
Or whatever it is.
Pacific Standard.
Just tune in to the
Tune in.
GoCast Network.
And we also have tweeting at, where are we?
Farley Brothers Radio.
Farley Brothers Radio on the tweet.
And we're on the GoCast Network.
GoCast Network.
GoCast Network.
Actors Access believes that actors shouldn't have to pay to play. You also have the right to control your career. Become a part of the largest database of serious actors in North America. Register for free, upload 2 photos for free, and update them anytime for free. Add a resume and profile that links to your agent's account for free. What are you waiting for? Take control of your career today. Check out www.actorsaccess.com.
Hey guys, this is Danny Trejo, and when I'm in Huntington Beach, I go to my favorite restaurant, the Second Floor. The Second Floor has my favorite food, and man, you have to see their colossal burger. You need a damn machete just to cut them. And they were just voted the best fusion art restaurant. Tattoo art from some of the biggest names like Jack Rudy and Rick Walters. Every Thursday night, art shows featuring legends to local artists come in, and you can meet them in person. You can buy the art right off the walls, and all sales go right to the artist. After 10 p.m. Thursday through Saturday, well-known DJs spinning an eclectic mix of music, and you've got to check out their late-night menu. Go visit them on the web, check out their great menu, upcoming art shows, and your favorite DJ. Located at 126 Main Street, downtown Huntington Beach. Second Floor. I'll see you there.
We're back on the GoCast Network.
All right. Yes. I had to do that.
We are balancing act on the GoCast
Residential
Network.
cheese ball of balancing act.
That's me.
All right,
I'll
all
own
right.
it. So we are here with the lovely, beautiful, talented Ryan Seaton
Well,
from
geez.
All Right.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me. Thanks for playing our music. You guys know that Actors Access now follows my band on the Twitters.
Wow.
So
Congratulations.
I feel like we've
Which is a
reached
new
an
thing, the
untoward
Twitters.
level of success. So,
Hey.
and that's all thanks to you.
Go on, will you?
Gracias.
Hey, no problem. We gotta do this stuff together. We did inform Ryan
can't.
before she came in of how we were all feeling today. So
I
she knows.
just had the giggles today. So giggling.
That's Diana.
So what's going on, Ryan? How are you? What's happening?
I'm doing great. Shortly after your show came down last week, we the band had a gig at a Silver Lake Lounge, the Silver Lake Lounge.
Yeah.
It went really well. It's actually was our first gig of 2013, and we're
Congrats.
kind of thank you.
Yeah.
We ended last year really strong. We had like 4 gigs right in a row, and we got some good press, some good blog stuff, and we're kind of trying to parlay that into some recordings and like really getting into it. So we went into the studio earlier this month and we recorded 2 singles and a B-side for release this year, and then hopefully we'll be heading back into rehearsals to write a full-length album, our second.
Do you record
Nice.
those live on stage, or you go your own studio, or how's that work?
We actually work out of a studio in Eagle Rock called Mass Music Productions. There's a really nice Kiwi fellow there called Tim Moore.
A Kiwi fellow.
A Kiwi feller.
What is it?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Of course I
He's
don't.
in
I thought-
Tibetan.
It's a-
He's from New Zealand.
Oh.
I thought- I was
right.
thinking,
I
like-
did hear about that.
pygmies
that
or
they
something like
are
that.
called
Yes, he's very short.
I don't know why.
He has
he's
6 toes on each foot.
And he's
have
green
the-
on the inside.
They have the best recording studios.
Little fuzzy
The
on the
pygmies.
outside
Oh,
and
you were like
green in the
little
middle.
Kiwi, and I was like, I was
They're
thinking
all about this
tropical and
tall.
exotic. So I was like,
But they know their music, man.
Yeah,
those
they do.
pygmies are amazing.
man, they're pitch perfect. I tell you.
He is. He has excellent taste in music. The drums, the tribal drums, he really gets into that. So
Nice.
tribal pygmies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, and I also heard something about Connected, the series.
Oh yeah. I hooked up with this acting troupe when I first came to town 9 years ago. I was so lucky to find the acting class, the on-screen acting class for me in like the first week that I got here, and I've never left because they're like my family now. And basically the guy who started it, Adam Marcus, came from the East Coast from theater troops, working with the same people over and over again. He was he went to NYU with like Tom Lennon and those guys from The State,
Okay.
and Paul Rudd and all those,
Oh,
all those
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Nice.
So he really liked the idea of a family of artisans that can work together and support one another, and so he really became that for me. All my family's in the Midwest, so like he's like my closest friend here. And all the people that I work with there. So I was lucky enough to hook up with them really quickly. And in the past few years, with the advent of new web technology, web series are being huge right now.
Yeah.
So the idea was to take all of this talent and showcase it in a web series. And me being the musician, they're like, do you have some songs that you'd like to include in the web series? And so we have a few songs, All Right songs that are featured in an episode of the web series. And then I was also asked to do the music supervision for it as well, so I can hit up all of my other musician friends
Well,
in
that's
town.
got to be absolutely a whole different world when you're
Congrats.
doing a score for a show, and then you're doing music, on stage live for people. How?
And you're an actress.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you're doing everything.
It's actually been a real blessing. The whole idea, what I love about your show, and I'm so glad that you asked me to come and do this, is it's about making your own opportunities.
Yes.
And I think especially in a town this big and with the opportunities that the internet and online has given us right now, is that we can make our ideas happen. So, like, if I wanted to, say, write and record a full-length album with these friends of mine that we call a band, we can do that,
Yeah.
Luckily, we have 6 members. We can split the cost. So I'm telling my mom it's a very expensive hobby at this point.
Yeah.
We understand. It's all part of it.
But then having other friends that can use that in their projects, in their, filmmakers that want to do pieces for their portfolios, and people who are doing web series that need music for it. And I found that the opposite is true. As the music supervisor for the series, I can go and talk to my friends about it and say, this is just a feature. We're not making any money off of it.
Yeah.
We're not going to be selling it.
Yeah.
We're not taking your money. What we are giving you is a chance to make those cross promotions and make those opportunities for yourself and your music. So
Yeah.
the response has been great.
Yeah.
Good.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
Awesome.
So will you once again, what's the studio that you have been working at?
The production company I'm with is called Damn Skippy Productions. Can I say damn?
Yeah.
Oh,
Say
yeah.
whatever
You can say whatever the
Shit,
fuck you want.
Hell, motherfucker, anything you want to
Too
say.
far, man.
Well, that's
Too
a little
far.
bit much.
Too
Yeah.
far.
Yeah. That was a
say
bit
that.
much. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
sorry,
You're a
Mom.
dirty birdie, Wayne.
Stop it.
Are you apologizing to your mom or mine?
Yours. Sorry.
She'll tell me about it after
Yeah,
the
she
show.
will.
Don't worry.
Stop dropping the bomb.
Mom, she knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
She
mom
knows.
says stop dropping the
Stop
bomb.
dropping the bomb words.
Not drop bombs.
What's coming up next for you? What do you get going?
That series Connected, that web series is going to be releasing. We are building the website right now. In the meantime, we've been submitting episodes to various film festivals. We had one that went to 12 LGBT film festivals last year, and it won a few audience awards.
Wow.
Oh, you just say that. You just throw that in. I love that.
So, my music's not
awesome.
in that one, so.
But you're a part of the show.
Pushing them away.
I know. No,
Yeah.
I have credits for that one. So, that show got me my SAG card.
Oh,
Yes.
Congratulations.
That show, not all of my behind the camera experience, but a lot of it came from doing production elements of that show.
And as you know, SAG is the Screen Actors Guild for our listeners who haven't heard of SAG yet,
Yeah.
but
I
that
hope you
is
have.
the union
Right.
that we all join and all want to join. But just in case.
Yes.
Okay.
And they did a merger with SAG-AFTRA.
Yes.
Thanks, Wayne.
Yeah.
And what does the AFTRA stand for?
Oh my God, we're not doing this right
Okay,
now.
so Ryan.
Unfortunately, we do have to take a break, and our time is short, and that was a complete waste of time that just happened here.
No, it's important to let people know. what it
join a
is.
union.
No,
seriously.
not that.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the Teamsters.
Yeah. Quit your banks and join a union.
So you're on Twitter, yes?
I am. The band is All Right Squared. That's all right. It's All Right Squared, but you have to spell out squared.
Okay, so
Okay.
at
ALRIGHTSQ squared.
It's all right, not all right.
I'm gonna look
I guess.
that up right now.
Yeah.
All right squared.
All Right Squared. But allright.com.
Okay.
There's links to our Facebook page, which we post all of our fun stuff, photos and stuff. You can also stream all of our current catalog for free online at SoundCloud. There's a link there.
Very cool.
And there's some tracks for free download.
Great.
Nice. Well, thank you. We love
free.
having your
So
music
nice
on the show.
meeting you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We'll be coming
wonderful.
to see you guys soon, so keep us posted of your next show.
Happy to.
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, next is a Hollywood Rock and Wrap Up with Rocky Watul and a short break, and then we'll be back with Old Money Boys.
Balancing acts.
Yeah.
You're listening to the GoCast Network.
Actors Access believes that actors shouldn't have to pay to play. You also have the right to control your career. Become a part of the largest database of serious actors in North America. Register for free, upload 2 photos for free, and update them anytime for free. Add a resume and profile that links to your agent's account for free. What are you waiting for? Take control of your career today. Check out www.actorsaccess.com.
Hey guys, this is Danny Trejo, and when I'm in Huntington Beach, I go to my favorite restaurant, the second floor. The second floor has my favorite food, and man, you have to see their colossal burgers. You need a damn machete just to cut them. And they were just voted the best fusion art restaurant. Tattoo art from some of the biggest names like Jack Rudy and Rick Walters. Every Thursday night, art shows featuring legends to local artists come in, and you can meet them in person. You can buy the art right off the walls. and all sales go right to the artist. After 10 p.m. Thursday through Saturday, well-known DJs spinning an eclectic mix of music, and you gotta check out their late night menu. Go visit them on the web, check out their great menu, upcoming art shows, and your favorite DJ. Located at 126 Main Street, downtown Huntington Beach. Second floor. I'll see you there.
All right, I am Ben Morrison and
The Greg Wilson.
here to talk to you about our hit podcast, A Jew and a Mexican, an oral history of a couple of idiots. The way A Jew and a Mexican works is every week, Wilson and I pick a different topic, a different theme, a different idea, and tell our often heartbreakingly true stories
and hilarious
on said topic.
That's right. It's sort of like This American Life on acid.
Actually, there was a really good story about acid on the drugs episode.
Yeah. And you get to try and figure out which one of us is the Jew.
And which one of us is the Mexican?
We're not telling.
It's a mystery even to us. So catch Jew and a Mexican every week on the GoCast Network. Wednesday. Fuck.
Damn it!
A Jew and a Mexican, Tuesdays, 3 p.m. Pacific Time. GoCastNetwork.com.
We're back on the GoCast Network.
We're back on the GoCast Network. This is Bouncing Act, and we have Steven, Benji, and Scott here from Old Money Boyz. Boyz.
I love it.
They just, won an award at the LA Comedy
Yeah.
Awards
No big
Festival.
deal.
No big deal. For a little film called Don't Walk, and they were actually winners of the festival last year.
No big deal.
No big deal.
Yeah.
So we're excited to have you guys.
Thank you very much. We're very excited to be here.
How are you guys feeling this morning?
Tired and happy. I think we actually feel better than we felt last year when we won. I think
Mm.
last year I woke up cripplingly depressed, but this year we had
Why?
learned.
Why were you depressed? You
It's
won
like
an
a calm
award.
down. Like you win an award and everyone's shaking your hand, then you wake up on your couch bed the next
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. It's highs and lows, man.
It surprise you to realize that we're all Jewish.
Yes,
And
yes.
so any successes
Must be a
with-
negative.
Yeah. Well, now we have cancer.
Well, we do. It's a really interesting flip. We make all of our positives negatives and all of our negatives negatives.
Yeah.
That's kind of
But isn't a negative a positive?
Shit.
It is.
That's
I'm
too
just
early.
I learned that in math class.
We can't think that early.
Or science?
Please.
Math. That's
Social
math.
studies. It was in social
It was all
studies.
social studies.
Who's you guys all write together, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's
And so who's brilliant? Don't Walk was so funny. I mean,
wow, thank you
just
so much.
really funny.
It was, as is true of all of our stuff, it was like you really lose track of who had like a seed idea or whatever, but usually what happens is just one of us brings in a seed idea.
I brought it in. I never lose track, actually.
Oh, you really sidelined it.
Wow.
Yeah, so Steven brought an idea, and then we all just kind of
Actually, I don't know if it was me.
Look, you made it. You made it.
Man,
now
just
it's
do
good.
a little
I'll just
bit,
do my
man.
fucking thing. But so we banged it around for it was actually one of the hardest. I know it's a very simple sketch, but it was one of the hardest ones for us to write. I think because it's so crisp and simple, and so it took us 3 or 4 days to write that.
Yeah, the ending the entire premise we knew that it was going to be a guy talking to a stoplight or a don't walk sign, but we didn't know what it was trying to get him to do.
Right, we liked that idea because you have the words, but we just couldn't figure out. I think you were saying at the festival.
Yeah.
Too, like it's we made it. We kept going sexual with it. We're like, maybe you should fuck. Can we say fuck on this?
Yeah. Well, you did.
Does everyone ask that question when they come?
Yeah.
Well,
Somebody just said "damn" and they were like, "Can I say that? Can I say that?"
And I'm not going through the list again because I went through the whole list and her mom was listening, but it doesn't matter. It's all right. We can say it.
Okay,
It doesn't
Fuck,
matter.
damn, hell, shit, whatever.
So we were going to fuck him doggy style with this.
Oh my god.
No, but honestly,
Moms
we were
across America.
we were trying to think of like splinter jokes for like having sex with a telephone pole, and we were like, wow, are we really going to do that?
Oh,
Yeah. But
I
we
just
did. But we didn't
got
put
that.
that.
But we took the higher road.
Benji.
You did.
Yeah.
Is that what your mom's saying at home now,
Yeah,
listening?
like,
Benji.
Vault Benji. My mom's a 95-year-old New York chick.
She's Adam Sandler's impression. Why are you eating so much?
Is that a problem?
My mom is so upset how much I Stop it.
So not only did you write the film? You are also starring in it.
This
Hey,
Oh,
this
yes,
guy.
me.
You
Yeah,
got-
yeah, yeah.
That was you, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it
that
looked
was me.
like you.
No, it was.
Okay.
It
One of my
was,
favorite
yeah.
Steven Sears performances because it's you gotta be it's hard. There's not a lot of talking. You have to do it.
Yeah.
All
Thank
the
you.
body.
Steven's the best actor out of the three of
Yeah,
us.
he has the gift
When-
and the curse of being the best actor.
When you give me compliments and I don't get to come in and say something like really funny, then I just have to like take it.
Right,
And
just
I
not.
sound like a really. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Without giving away your tricks of the trade, some gorilla style in
fishing
that.
line,
Yes.
and it's just there's a second card in their pocket.
What do you do about obviously sound issues in that? Because you're on a street. There's gonna be cars going by. I mean, are you doing the whole Wayne's World, car game on, game on the whole time, or how was that?
Kind of.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things we did when we shot it was we knew that would be an issue, so we woke up, and this happens with a lot of it. Like the worst part of shooting sketches when you're on a low budget is waking up, is timing it for both light and sound. And so we woke up really early in the morning. It was the Monday after the Super Bowl. And,
Oh my God!
That's why your
So you
part
had
was
no
so
problem
good.
playing
You had
dead.
to lay
You're
there.
like,
I was like, just let me lay down. That wasn't even in the script. Yeah, so we woke up really early, and it was actually we shot it. We had this like nice location that was just good light and a good corner, and then like there was a school next to it, so like we were like kind of fighting because as we would do it, like more and more kids were getting dropped off, and like kids have no volume control, whatever. So
yeah.
Right.
Wow.
And they also scream when a guy's bloody
Yeah,
on the
that's right.
ground.
Yeah, because that's the part that Benji played.
Yes.
Was
I
the
played
guy
the dead guy.
bloody on the ground, and we can see this online. Where do we go? Right?
You
where
go
do we see
to
it?
oldmoneyboys.com.
and that's Boyz.
And it's old with an E, boys with a Z.
Yes.
Although
Boom.
we did buy the domain
It's on their
name
card.
Old Money Boys, spelled the normal way. So if you
Just
go
in
to
case.
Old Money
Yeah.
Boys,
Old Money
it'll
Boys.
redirect you.
you.
Yeah.
So smart.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
We are business savvy. We're
Wait,
the
so
opposite.
how
we're
did
not.
you guys meet?
So,
Steven Cedars, take it away.
Look at that. Andy's putting the headset
grab
on.
the mic.
Now he looks like a
We'll do sound
DJ.
effects then, like that.
Okay. Okay, so 4th grade. My best friend left the summer of 3rd grade, and I didn't have a best friend. And then I came to class. And then it was a guy, and he was wearing a tight black T-shirt and overalls, and I was like, this is the guy. This is the guy who's going to be my new best friend.
That was me.
And so I asked him to sit next to me, and then we became best friends. And then we all went to college together, and that's where we met
Oh,
Scott.
how cute!
Yeah, and we did a
So,
sketch
so
comedy
when
show.
you guys met, some of you had less hair and some of you had more hair.
She does it to me all the time. Just
I want to rub heads with you.
She's a Yankees fan, so it doesn't matter.
It's
So
true.
fine.
I had alopecia in college, and
Yeah,
I
you
got over it.
Yeah. I was balding by the time I even met Scott, so he's really never known me with my thick, lustrous mane.
And how is that? You know, you guys have been best friends since 4th grade, and then you come into the picture, and then you start doing these films. Like, how was that experience for you guys?
Well, writing with 3 is it's a hard number to crack, and so we have to be very in touch with our emotions
Right.
and able to say, hey. Dude, when you said that thing about my hair, it kind of bums me out a little bit.
Oh, I'm
we
so sorry, man. I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah,
And
so we have a lot of this.
Right.
We do a
We
lot
have
of
a
like
lot of this
narrow
range
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I liked yesterday at the writing panel, they said about, if one of you has a problem with the script, it's not that, it's my problem against you.
Right.
It's we're writing together, so the problem's over here, and we're going to deal with it together.
Yeah, that
which I
was
thought
it.
was really smart.
Oh, we loved that
Absolutely.
too. Yeah, it was really interesting to listen to both the two people that were on writing teams, Jim Rash and Rich Tallarico, talk about that because it was nice and it's very similar to what we've learned from years and years of doing this. Where when we used to start doing it, it would not only just be like maybe me versus them or one of them versus two of us, but it would also become all 3 of us with 3 different ideas,
Right.
none of us agreeing and being like. And then you learn like how to slowly work past it, and the work gets better. I think from
and
doing that.
it started out with a lot of like, this is my idea. Let's work on my
Right,
idea.
and then and someone I think Jim Rash maybe said like it's an idea.
Yeah,
An idea, yeah,
and
I liked
that's obviously the better way to do it. I mean, even though Steven did have the seed idea, first,
Right.
Is it time? I mean, are we on our way to web series? Are we on our way to film the whole?
We're going straight
the
to
whole
film,
thing,
baby.
going the whole 9 yards.
Well, I don't know if we're going straight to film, but I think we are more interested in getting into like TV and film than like doing a web series, particularly. Although, if anyone wants to pay us, that's listening.
Listen up.
Moms across America. We will do bar mitzvah videos.
Because you guys are so funny, we want to play a little game with you.
Yay, love
This is the game portion of the show.
Yes.
Hopefully it's not too tough because a lot of people have died recently, and Twitter tends to.
Oh, jeez.
All of the hashtags
Oh, it's
are
a-
going to be like Margaret Thatcher.
It's our Twitter game. It's called our hashtag game, and basically we do a round robin, and Debbie, the lovely Debbie over there, is going to give us a hashtag, and then we will say what we would tweet.
Oh, okay.
Based on that hashtag.
I love it.
And so we do a round robin, and usually we give our guests immunity. So you won't get a
Diplomatic
punishment, but the first person to mess up in our group will get a punishment.
Oh, like
so it's
over
like it's like
120
categories, kind of.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
Yeah.
Apple
So
for
whatever.
apple.
I'm gonna let you.
So give us the topic, and then like if you were on Twitter and you saw the trending topic, you would be like, oh, that makes me think of this.
Right.
I got it.
It's like the longest and that's our time.
You know what? Because Gary Anthony Williams was on the show last
No,
week, and he needed a better explanation. So I was trying to be really thorough.
Just tweet it.
He
That's
would
all.
be so proud.
This is
I
what
was
you're gonna
trying.
tweet.
I told him if he tuned in, he would understand.
Anyway,
What would you tweet?
But I do have one question, which is, does it have to be 140 characters? What we
It's
say
gonna
out
be
loud?
like
Well,
one word.
if it's tweetcast,
Whatever
you're fine.
you
can.
Whatever you want. No.
You can draw.
It's one word.
You can draw a picture, make an Instagram of it if you want to.
You know what, Brandon? I think the game should be called Just Tweet It.
Yeah.
Just tweet it.
Just tweet
How
it.
you play it? Just tweet it.
Just tweet
Done.
it.
I
all
like
right,
it.
what is the damn topic? We're crying out loud.
Hashtag this was the longest tweet in the world.
Hashtag.
Make
Boring.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Easy.
Make boring brilliant.
Make boring brilliant this show.
Hashtag.
You should just get punished.
Make boring
kidding.
brilliant. $2 Chuck.
Hashtag make boring brilliant. Oh, I heard things. You guys can't hear, but there's weird things going on in here. Go watch the old Money Boys.
Whoa.
Make boring
Suck
brilliant.
up.
Absolutely.
Do you go in order, or when do we go?
Whenever
Whenever you're ready.
You got one.
Jump
Jump
in.
in.
Hashtag make boring brilliant. Ride the roller coaster at the zoo.
Is there a roller coaster at the zoo?
Don't
That's-
they? Like at Marina
Giraffe
Africa,
Giants,
USA.
yeah.
Oh, sure.
Well, there you have it.
Oh, sure.
I got one. Make boring brilliant. Add some green onions. I don't know. Just spice it up a little. Hashtag make boring brilliant.
Green onions.
Okay.
Okay.
Pressure's on.
Hashtag make boring brilliant. Unlock the monkey's cage.
And then ride the roller coaster.
While he chases you
You
around.
throw some green onions on that monkey. You got some.
This green onions thing. Let it go,
You guys
man.
do go.
Hashtag make boring brilliant. Einstein with Ray-Bans.
Throw some green onions on there.
I took the ride with it. I didn't know where it was going, but I took it.
I don't think he knew where it was going.
It made sense. I mean, all right, make it make sense.
But just many tweets don't make sense. That's the
Make
whole
boring brilliant. War and Peace. The book.
Make boring brilliant.
Whoa.
GIF.
Did I just hear a drop that went hashtag?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I
why.
love it. You see how I just used
Yeah.
that drop?
Yeah.
You guys are up.
We learned that.
What do you mean?
Make boring brilliant.
Pressure's on.
Jello shots.
Hashtag make boring brilliant. Slip and slides with Jello.
Stealing Jello.
I don't know. That's
right.
kind
I
of
don't know, Natalie. I think
stealing
you
a
deserve
Jello.
money.
You've never been punished. Sorry, Natalie.
What's gonna happen?
You lose. You have to speak backwards now. Let's see. What can we do? You guys, you got a good.
What was
In the
one she
past, we've
lost
done.
on?
You can only like
She stole my Jello.
speak in
Because I
song
used
lyrics
Jello for
or
the-
Oh, well,
for the rest of the show.
repeated.
We had like a new.
Yeah,
make-
we just
okay.
make
Is there a
one up.
punishment?
Oh, okay.
Um,
No, I have no idea.
Nothing.
Or
Who wants to punish me? No, nobody.
Moving on. Oh,
Jeez.
Natalie,
And then the
moving
show
on.
goes there. You have to end every sentence. And you have to say "old boys." I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
How
about that?
Old Money Boys or Old Boys?
Old Money Boys.
Debbie, what do you got?
Okay.
Old Money Boys and then Foghorn.
And then you got to do a foghorn. You
I don't even know how to do a foghorn.
Wait, that's like a truck going.
You got to start every sentence with some sort of animal sound.
That's even better.
That's good.
I like that.
It's disturbing. Is what it is.
So, Natalie, do you have a question for the guys?
Moo.
No repeats, so that's your moo.
That's it.
We're just adding it on and on.
Just keeps going.
I'm so glad you
How
guys
is
are
gone.
here. I really am.
We are so good.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
We've never done it. This is our first podcast.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, well,
Everything
proud.
you thought it was going to be?
It's more.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's really.
That was in stereo.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff we say.
Quack, quack. What are you guys working on now?
What are we doing right now? We're working. We used to be making shorts like every 2 weeks. We used to like do a short every 2 weeks, and we kind of have slowed down on that pace, and we're focusing on writing like some longer term projects that hopefully we've written a few screenplays, and we're working on a TV show right now.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Now, you guys doing the balancing act too? You got regular jobs?
We are not. Well, yes, in a way we are. We don't have like day jobs like working at a restaurant, but we make videos for like other web companies that are not necessarily like our passion projects, but stuff that we still are happy to help out with, and that helps.
Although I will say that up until a year ago, actually at the festival, we were working like restaurant jobs and stuff, and then only like within the past like year and a half, quit and are able to start. We're making like subsistence level,
very low amount of money, but it's
like
it's still money. Hey,
and we have lots of work.
Well, and if you can get out of that other stuff, it's like
it's
ideal.
Yeah, we make videos of like turtles and snails.
Yeah. We
That's like what our last two videos.
Oink oink. So you can give me some more animal noises.
Yeah, unfortunately, turtles and snails don't make any noises. Those are like the only two in the animal kingdom.
Unless you step on them.
Yeah,
it's crushed.
Or squish.
So when you guys are filming your own stuff, like we talk a lot about when you're creating your own stuff in terms of like, did you chip in to buy a camera? Do you guys film your own stuff? Like what? Or do you hire somebody to do it?
That's a great question. We did, that was like and every time we meet someone at the festival that like is maybe there just to watch or something, and they ask us like the thing I always say, like there was a time where we had made a sketch show in college and we stopped and we didn't do anything for a little while, and the biggest thing was that Steven was like, we have to get a camera, and he kind of made us get a camera, and that was like and then all of a sudden we were able to, and then every problem that would come along we would like get another piece of equipment. So we'd be like, God, the sound sucks.
Right.
We should get sound.
It was like between the time when we were like making them in college and then stopping, it was kind of when people started using like those
DSLRs.
To shoot, and we thought like the technology had passed us by, and we're like, that's it. Like we were using like GL2s before, and it's just like kind of point and shoot.
Yeah.
And then we just got one of the like the Canon. We have a T2i that we still have. It's like the only camera we ever bought. And taught ourselves to do it, and it's not difficult, which it's just practice that overcoming that like initial reluctance, because you're like, oh, are we gonna know how to do anything?
Yeah, right. And I think people will be surprised like when they look at like what our sets look like, which are not sets at all. I mean, we have because it's just the three of us, we do everything. Like we'll have the boom mic taped to like a light stand pointed down at us, and like it's one of us hitting record and running. It's very. We do everything, so I
think we use silverware drawer contact paper to make like a wood wall in one of our sketches.
Yes, we did. No, that was that's how we made an elevator.
Yeah, that's how we made an elevator.
It was like one wall, and then it was just like this fake wood paneling behind us, and we just like shot it very like presentationally, and then added elevator sound effects, and it looks like an elevator.
If you go on our website and watch one called Upset Stomachs, you will be blown away at this elevator. You'll be sure it's an elevator. And that's how we do it.
And editing as well then too.
And we all edit too.
What a horror! Like Brandon has done editing for us, and I
hate it.
Really? we kind of. I mean, obviously, the worst part is that you're staring at a screen for hours.
Right.
But the actual art form of it, I think we actually like. And Steve and I do. I would say the heavy lifting on the editing, and although Scott does do it, but Scott does all of our visual effects. He does, and every single one of our videos is like pretty heavy in the visual effects.
Yeah.
So that's all Scott. So
I mean, even the sign.
I can't take credit for the sign. That was actually our friend Mark Steinberg.
I was like, I don't even know how you would go about doing something like that.
Although Scott, you absolutely like had you. Scott
I totally could do it.
No, he really. That was the one thing we've ever farmed out because to a different friend of ours because Scott was out of town.
Out of town,
or dead, or I can't remember.
Right.
Or dead.
I got better.
Yeah.
Meow. So you.
I'm just really delighted that you remembered to do it.
Is it for the rest of the podcast?
Yeah, that's why I've been kind of quiet over here.
Wow, that's great.
So you guys are working together on your own writing, and then you're working on your job. So you're together all the time. Is that?
Oh yeah.
And you do an improv show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Benji and I actually used to live with each other, and then we realized that we were spending literally every waking moment except for the morning, right, with each other.
Hopefully.
And we like go to the bathroom with the door open. So even then,
yeah, honestly, we do. So it's like there's very little privacy,
Very
and then
few secrets here.
And then we realized like, okay, so we need to build in some time where we just do stuff by ourselves, and but then I only hang out with these two guys, and then like when other people like want to hang out, I've lost all my other friends.
Yeah, my girlfriend's like, you two are married. I'm like a good friend of yours.
But yeah, we do an improv show every Wednesday at 9 p.m. in Silver Lake.
Yeah.
And it's we love it. I mean, we've been doing it for 2 years, and it's just.
That's got to definitely help too with like getting ideas and stuff. Cause
It's honestly like, where is it? It's on Hyperion at 1822 Hyperion. But if you go to our website, there's a link that says live show, and it has Google Maps and all the information.
Right.
It's every Wednesday.
It's free. It's free beer.
Yeah,
at the Moving Arts Theater.
Traditional improv.
So if you don't take addresses down when you're listening to podcasts,
right.
the name of the
Go
theater
to the
is Moving Arts Theater.
Right. But go to the website. That's
the kind of audience participation, asking people stuff, or you're just doing your own?
Thank you for asking. That's a great question. We don't do any audience participation except that if you want to, you can write down an anonymous 2 truths and a lie, which we base part of the show off. I don't know if you know that game, 2 truths and a lie. And also, if you want to shout out one word at the beginning, but we don't do any like surprise. Like I would hate to go to a comedy show if I thought maybe I was going to get called up.
Right. That is the scariest part of going to an improv show. You're like, oh, they're going to do this fucking audience participation thing where I'm going to get called up and embarrassed in front of everyone.
It's also it's long form improv. I don't know if you guys like what. It's not like Whose Line Is It Anyway, where like they give you a game and you say, what can you make this pool noodle? It's a wiener. It's a headband.
His pool noodle.
I feel like it's
pool noodle is the only thing object that they have.
It's long form improv.
And there's literally only 2 things you can do at the pool. Wiener and headband.
It's either straight or
it's a circle.
Round. Yeah.
But to your question, it does help us with ideas, but mostly the best part of it is it just reminds us that it's really fun to be funny. And like a lot of times when you're writing, it's like, okay, how do we make this work? What's an ending that satisfies the beginning? And like, how can we shoot this? And we set up all of our and all this stuff that is work, and it's fun, but it's work. But
for an hour every week, we can just go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we make a lot of art jokes. No, yeah, it really is. We do drive ourselves kind of crazy with the videos and with the writing, just because it's not. We talk to a lot of people who are like, oh, so you guys just like sit around and get high and like make each other laugh for like 15 minutes and then go out and shoot, and we're like, fuck you, man. No, we don't do that. Like if it were that easy, then it would be then everyone would
2 years in a row.
But we take it like
it's a
really
good
seriously.
weed, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You can smoke a pool noodle.
That's right. Yeah, you could. This is one hell of a cigarette. That's a winner.
That's amazing. So, okay, now we're doing a bigger project. Would you rather do television or would you rather do film? I mean, everybody wants to do film or what have you, but a TV series is so much longer and so much, the challenge.
Right. Yeah, it's a great question, and I think we definitely like both. I think we want to direct movies for sure, like as the holy grails, certainly.
Totally. Yeah. Just, there's an escapism that we get from movies. Personally, that I don't experience.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
From like TV. Like TV is like, oh, you're with your girlfriend, you like put on like a TV show. And TV is getting amazing now.
Yeah.
But there's something about I like going to see movies by myself and just like disappearing into the world.
Steven actually looks like a director right now.
How do you guys break that down then? Because everybody's got their own way of breaking down a script. You've been doing your own directing of your own stuff written. You get somebody else's to direct. What's your approach to that?
It's a good question. We've never done that. We only direct our own stuff, and I think ideally if anyone wants to hire us to direct TV, we'll do that. Obviously we would do that, and I actually don't think it would be particularly difficult.
Right.
But we do direct our own stuff.
Right, and we also act in all of our stuff, and one thing that I think we actually do well is that we try to take we don't try to make the act. I mean, obviously you want the performances to be funny, but we're never like, okay, try to say this line like a little funny. It's like, it's only going to be funny if it's truthful. And so, you know, when you break down a script, like, I mean, we're trying to figure out, okay, what are the people doing? And so I don't think we understand having, I'm doing this really well, huh? So like having acted in stuff, I think we are very good at understanding when an actor is having trouble.
Right.
Understanding what they're doing, or if it's not working and it feels weird, I think. Yeah.
Sounds very similar to the panel, or the one about the shit people talking the other day.
Right.
Billy Gardell. Did you guys go to that one?
I thought that was a great thing.
What
Yeah,
a great
fantastic.
line.
Yeah.
Basically, Billy Gardell from Mike and Molly was saying that a good director is one that lets the actor act,
Right.
and a shitty director is one that
Right.
tries to tell you how to act.
I think he said, what did he say? He said,
Something in that
a good
paraphrasing.
director gives an actor intention, a bad director gives an actor...
Like, tells him how to do it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it paraphrased. But
Yeah,
I think that was brilliant.
Yeah, it was great.
To take that approach is absolutely amazing.
And I would think too. Sorry. Oh God. Like, what was she gonna say? And then I realized she was barking.
Ruffles.
Is there any like way you can like free her from jail or at some point?
Yeah.
Well, it's almost over now.
It doesn't seem real, Natalie. I'd appreciate it if you.
I know,
really
'cause it's
go
always
out.
like-
I
Quack,
want to
quack.
ask this question. So there. Do you keep talking about how you direct? Do you direct the films together, or do you direct them separately? Separately.
No,
Do
that's
you
a
say-
great. We direct them together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's another thing where you see like a lot of directing teams be brothers or something, and there actually are some directing teams that are just two people, but the majority are brothers. And I think if we didn't have like such a shorthand with each other, and I think a big part of that is because we do everything. We do a lot of stuff, but also within every shoot, we know we set up the lights together. We frame every shot together. So it is at this point we like have a lot of like shorthand, like bizarre
Terminology,
right? That we just and we've learned like what we like, especially as a group, like what our group mind stuff that we all like, and like we like Sam Raimi style stuff and Steven Spielberg style stuff, and so we have like a lot of the same frames of reference. So it's actually surprisingly. Not effortless, but smooth.
Yeah.
Well, it must be easier because you're writing it.
Yes.
You know, and as you're writing, you're going, okay, this is gonna be. You're already setting it up.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Sometimes I mean,
like Brandon's got something, right?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Sorry.
you just make an animal sound. And we'll listen.
I was just gonna say, just from seeing, what you won this year, and just meeting you guys now, and then seeing your unique story and like how you guys do everything. I was gonna say this at the beginning, but it comes off very clean, your humor, and very crisp. And I think that is only cohesive because you guys are friends, so you can say you're getting the ideas, and you do improv together, which is amazing. So you guys are all on stage together, and I was amazed by it because at first I was like, okay, and then I was like, holy shit, everything was just very crisp and clear and concise, and that's why I think that you guys won.
Wow,
actually,
thank
you.
Yeah, that's like the best compliment we could get, honestly. I mean, I think one thing, especially in editing, and it's not even about the science of editing, more just that's the final step.
Yeah.
And it's the same is true when we write, that we just really, I think it's like part of our taste is that we really don't like we'll watch it 100 times and be like, you could send it out and you go, it's just that one shot goes on. It's weird, right? That and we just like our stuff to be, and I see other people's videos that don't have that. Plenty of people's videos do have that and are amazing. But when I see someone without it, I'm like, that's 2 hours of extra work to make something that's permanent be amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think we care about that.
Yeah. Honestly, I also think a lot of it comes from because we do everything with it. There have been times when we have shot shot a sketch and been in the editing room and just said, there's one thing that we didn't do that. Like, we understand, like, what the sketch needs to be after we see it. And because we do everything so cheap, like, it allows us a lot of flexibility in the editing room to say, oh, we have to go and reshoot this entire thing.
That's the worst, though.
Bad. You guys... Yeah, I think we should end that.
Yeah.
In the editing room, do you all sit in there together, or does like somebody work on it and then somebody will come in later and look at it?
Yeah,
we do like a little thing where we pick a location, sometimes my house or something like that, and set up the computer, and it's like a rotation.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't do it all.
Yeah,
it's
so.
very like we try to like label the pass, just like we don't say this is my idea. We label the passes first pass, second pass, third pass, and we know that it's not going to be good the first time. It's just like putting stuff out there, and it's like doing a draft of a script or something that it's not going to get good until everyone has worked on it.
And a lot because it is towards the end. Again, I think it's probably the smoothest part of our process is editing, where it's like that at that point, all these ideas that people have different, like you're so close to the top of the pyramid as far as like how narrow, like now you have what you have, and you start to really, we all do have the same taste, especially for final product, and you look at it and it's like you're usually agreeing with people's, like if I look at Steven's third pass after my second pass, every change he made I'm probably like, yes, thank you, I didn't see that, and it's like it becomes incredibly collaborative at that stage, and it's very fun.
I wish we had more time because this has been extremely enlightening.
Yeah, you guys are very impressive.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you
impressive.
very much.
Yeah. So thanks again to Old Money Boyz. So make sure you check out their website, oldmoneyboyz.com, old with an E, boys with a Z.
That's right.
And to Ryan Seaton from All Right, who came by earlier. Thanks again to the LA Comedy Shorts Festival for having us. And thanks GoCast Network and our listeners. Make sure to check us out next week at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on the GoCast Network.
Oh, yeah.
And follow us on Twitter at Balancing Act Pod. I'm Diana Domino.
I'm Brandon West.
I'm Natalie Lipka.
And don't forget Actors Access, and I'm Wayne Frazier. Peace.
Wow, guys.